Hi beautiful people, and welcome to my channel if you've not been here before. Welcome back if you have been here before. These are the cards that we're going to be using today for your pick a card reading. If you've done this pick a card before and you know which pile you want to go to, which group you want to go to, the timestamps will be in the description and they will be in the pinned comments as well. This is just the part of the reading where I'm going to be doing the shuffling. I'm going to be doing the choosing of the cards. Now, I don't have any crystals today. I've not been guided to any crystals, but I do have my beautiful mini starseed pack. These are brand new and I'm very excited to be using them. So these will be the cards that we're choosing. Before we start, last time I did a reading, a card flung itself out and I completely lost it under the table. I couldn't find it anywhere. I thought I must have imagined it. And when I came in to do the reading today, this was on the floor, quite obviously, right in front of my face. So I'm getting that this card is the overview card and it's all about moving into calmer waters. And the message coming through certainly is if you've had a little bit of a bump in the road recently, if you've had any kind of blocks coming up for removal, any unsettling events, any shadow work that's come up, then please understand this work needs to be done and you are moving into calmer waters. But we'll put that card back and we'll move these out the way and we will begin our shuffling. I'm going to go with intuition here. This is absolutely unplanned, as these readings tend to be. I'm going to choose now. I usually do 3 piles. I'm going to choose 3 cards. That's it, pile number 1. Pile number 2. Pile number 3. There we go. That's funny that they're all blue and blues and whites and they're all skies, because they're not all like that at all. That's very interesting. Right, let's do these. I got that the theme of the reading would be something along the lines of what you need to hear right now. So I'm going along with that question. Obviously I shall see what comes up. Let's take 2. No, we're going to have 3 of these. So these seem to be the main cards. 3 of these. And 3 for pile 3. This part of the reading is just me picking the cards. Obviously if you want to skip ahead, skip ahead. If I finish choosing all the piles and all the groups and you're still not quite sure which group, oh okay, I'm going to do 1 each of those and then 1 more again each of those. There we go. Then we're going to do, I think these are called the Fairy Oracle cards. I can't even remember. Just want 1 of these. Yeah. 1. 1. And I'll show you there. 2 each, 2 each, 2 for each pile. No, not quite ready yet. There we go, that's it. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And we've just got 1 more deck to add on here. These are the Greek mythology. I can't remember exactly what they're called either, but they're Greek mythology. And one just flung itself out. Let's see what that one is. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is all about, obviously she's very grounded, very earthy. It's an earth card, obviously very feminine, being the Queen. Taking power, taking control of that. And I do get a lot of marrying the divine masculine and the divine feminine here, because obviously the manifestation is more divine masculine, whereas she's obviously a feminine card, but the earth is feminine as well, and she's all about abundance. And obviously you see she's got grapes here. I don't know what that means. We'll see when we go into it, but let's tidy up these piles here. Three, two, one. We're also going to be looking at my life crafting book. We're going to be picking a page from there as well. Like I said, if you need more time to choose your pile, please pause the video now, and if you'd like to meditate on the cards, obviously you can do that as well. So see you in the next bit. Bye. Hi group 1, and if you chose this group, we'll put that one aside and do that one later. But let's have a look at what cards we picked. Wow, what a card to start on. High Priestess. Intensity. Morality. This is financial healing. Yellow Lily. And we've got Knight of Cups. We have the Six of Swords. We have Open Your Heart. I don't know how I'm going to fit all these in. We're going to have to do a little juggling here, aren't we? We've got Accept Love. And we've got Detox. Right, let's see how we can squeeze all of these cards. On many levels, this is a very diverse reading. There are lots of different aspects in here, but on the other hand, I can see how all these aspects fit together. The first and most intense thing that came through was obviously your first card, which was the High Priestess. This is obviously all about intuition. It's about psychic ability. It's about connecting in with our divine feminine. We briefly looked at in the introduction. That's nothing to do with divine feminine. Obviously, it's nothing to do with gender or gender identity. We all have divine feminine and divine masculine, and the divine feminine is the one that's more attuned to the spiritual aspects. And I did get, especially when it was linked to this intensity card here, this is about passion and drive and movement forward, and I got a really strong sense that you are highly connected in, highly attuned and highly aligned as well. And I'm being drawn to my little rose quartz angel here as well. And I do want to say, my rose quartz angel, she had a little tumble and she got a bit damaged there. I don't think you can see the base of her got a little bit damaged, but I still absolutely adore her, and I'm very glad to have her on the table with us today. So maybe this is your crystal, the rose quartz angel. And I do get actually a lot of angelic energy around you, and I do get as well, Okay, if you didn't, I've just realised something astounding that I was just going to mention, that I mentioned in the introduction. Now, if you didn't watch the introduction, this card actually fell out of the pack on the last pick a card reading I did, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And yet when I walked into the room that I do my readings in today, it was there on the floor, quite obvious, quite clearly visible, which is quite astounding. And I shuffled, and it's actually come out in your reading. Now, this card is all about moving into calmer waters. You can, oh sorry about the noise, my neighbour's having building work happening next door, so there may be building work noise going on. I shall just carry on because this is an absolutely fascinating reading. I can see that already. I hope you can hear me over the noise. Hopefully it won't go on too long. This is all about moving into calmer waters, and I can see that you've been going through some struggle here, here and here. That's caused emotional shift, emotional movement forward, if you like. Morality is all about us chaining ourselves up to false or unnecessary morals, unnecessary rules. As you can see, she's dressed in Puritan clothes, and I hope you can see that. She's kind of chained her heart up here. Her heart seems to knocked, and she's all kind of struggling under the stress of this morality. This, I call it morality. Obviously the card is morality. I hope you understand what I mean by that. The rules that we place on ourselves that are not necessarily for our highest good. Obviously we need rules, we need habits, we need all these things, but sometimes that can be unnecessary and crippling as well. And I get that this is something that's not new to you. This is something that you've already been looking at. I don't know if you'll identify it as that, but it would probably be along the lines of why do I do this, why do I do that, or why do I continue habits or beliefs from childhood that are not necessarily for my highest and greatest good. And as new thoughts and ideas come in, and we can look at, examine and shift those old beliefs and those old energies. However, it does sometimes take a little bit of time to remove that energy. It might be helpful if you go to my block and block removal bundle. There's videos on YouTube, there's videos on my free stuff on my membership site, starlightworkcircle.com, and there's also stuff on my membership site as well. The full course is on my membership site, along with lots of other courses as well. But I would look, if I were you, I would be looking at, unless you're already doing it, of course, I can see you're highly evolved spiritually. I would be looking at the removing the energy behind some of these habitual patterns and the habitual beliefs and thoughts behind those. That's all part of block removal and shadow work, which is what I see going on here. Now this financial healing, yellow lily. Your money struggles are a thing of the past. Be open to all avenues of receiving, and you'll be provided for in every way. Oh, bless you. That's so lovely. And so comforting if you're in that space of fear, or, and it happens to us all. It happens to us all. Absolutely. About of fear and survival, about having enough and being taken care of, etc. Now, I don't know whether this morality is around, thank you, they've just said some it is around, the morality is around the financial area, and these are two separate issues. So some of you out there who pick this group will know that this is about this, and And I've got just then about having to work really, really hard and suffer to gain anything in life. I get that you know that that's not the truth, and yet it's still imprinted somewhere in your, thank you, in your ideas of what's going on. Now, where I'm being guided to next are these 3 cards. Open your heart, accept love, and also detox. And also we've got the Knight of Cups, which is obviously an emotional card. It's about emotions, and carrying those emotions forward. Obviously the emotions that you want to carry forward, not the ones that you don't want to carry forward. And obviously that's something that I get that you're examining here, and I do get Spirit really, really supporting that. Please remember, what we're aiming for here is 2 things. Please be gentle with yourself during this time. Please be kind and loving to yourself. We're moving through this, we're moving forward, we're moving into calmer waters, and we are needing to do this with love and compassion for ourselves. But also, please understand that you are loved, you are supported all the time, and Spirit is always sending you love, and Spirit want to remind you of that. I know you know that, but sometimes when we're in this dense 3D world, this world of contrast, we can forget that. Love is what you are, and do open your heart and accept the love that's coming through. If at all possible, I also would look at some heart opening yoga poses. These would be anything that opens the chest area, such as camel or bow or any of those things, or reverse prayer, anything like that. And as we can see, we're moving away from what we don't want and detoxing. It might also be helpful to look at my cleansing, clearing and charging bundle as well. Same as before, there's YouTube videos, there's a playlist with this, there's more on my free stuff on my website, and there's also the full course on my membership site. But you can find this stuff anywhere. Spiritual and energetic cleansing and clearing. I'm sure you already know how to do all this stuff anyway, because this, like I said at the beginning, this is a really highly spiritually evolved group here. Let's take a look at your, oh my good lord, ascension. Wow, I knew it, I knew it. This is all about your ascension. We're already getting there. We're already virtually there. We're on our way. We're on our path. You know what you're doing. You tapped into that guidance. You tapped into spirit ascension. Right, let's read this out. Your soul is evolving to higher states of consciousness. You are ready for this. Oh, that's beautiful. What a great message to get. And really confirming what we got here in the beginning, with this high priestess and this intensity. If you are doubting this at all, if you're doubting that you are doing this work, if you're doubting that you are raising your energy, if you're doubting that you are on the path to ascension, please do not doubt that. You are heading in the right direction. And whether this work is coming up, or whether this is you're already doing the work on releasing these lower vibrational blocks, these lower vibrational beliefs, thoughts and energy, and releasing that and moving more into the higher, more consistently into the higher energies of love and connecting in allowing that love in, you are on that path. You're absolutely spot on. You're heading in the right direction. And if what you needed right now is confirmation of that, this is it for you. It couldn't be clearer than that, could it? This is all about your ascension. Everything that I do is about ascension, whether it's connecting in, whether it's working with your energy, or whether it's understanding what's going on. Everything I do here is about ascension, and it is something that's vital right now, because we are on the, I want to say cutting edge, but that's something Abraham Hicks says, isn't it? I wonder if I should get one more Abraham Hicks card for you. We are on the cutting edge here. Yeah, I need to get another card. And I'm sure you know that we are going to be leading this heart-centered, leading this light work movement forward. We have to get there first. Let me get you an Abraham Hicks card. And it is actually strange, because I did think to bring these, and then I kind of dismissed it and thought, oh, we've got enough cards, so I didn't bring them. I don't know whether these are just for you or whether these are for the other piles as well, but I shall leave them out just in case. So let's pick you an Abraham Hicks. That's it. There we go. Green, heart space. Inspired action is always pleasurable action. Yeah, keep following that guidance. Keep on following the guidance that's coming through and opening your heart. That seems to be the theme here. Absolutely. Inspired action. Let me read out the card, because that will probably explain it better. The dominance of your thoughts is what brings everything to you, and is what is behind the action that you offer. By seeking good feeling thoughts that align with your source, your actions will then always feel good. You cannot muster through action to compensate for misaligned thought, but action that is inspired from aligned thought is always pleasurable action. Yeah, the dominance of your thoughts is what brings everything to you. I know that is not new to you. I can see quite clearly. You know all this. This is a confirmation and a reminder. Inspired action is always pleasurable action. Go with what's feeling good. Go with that passion. Go with that feel good action. And that's always the sign that you are following divine guidance. Right, let's open my life crafting book and see what comes up. Excuse all the bookmarks and the paper in here. Be kind. Acts of kindness have been shown to make us feel better, to make us feel happier, and so why not try it? Try introducing one small act of kindness every day, even just a small token, even to yourself. Even to yourself. Yes, it's just as important to be kind to others, to ourselves, as to others. How beautiful a day can it be when kindness touches it? George Elliston. There's some suggestions in there for kindness, but I'm not going to read the whole thing out. I get that this is about being kind to yourself and softening that heart space as well. Sometimes I know in this world of contrast it can be very, very tough. We can lose that kindness, can't we, when it gets thrown back in our faces, or we get taken advantage of. And this happens all the time to light workers, doesn't it? And I know we're prone to narcissists, so it can be particularly tough, and we can close off our heart space. But closing off our heart space stops us receiving the love as well. And it is often a tough journey, but you're well on your way. And you know that you're picking the right action. You know you're tuned in because it will feel good. Wow, that was an amazing reading. I I'm just so amazed it all fitted in so beautifully with each other. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so glad you did. If you would like to support me, please, you can do it in a free way. Like, share, subscribe. If you know anyone who might enjoy these readings, please do share. Please do leave a comment. I'd love to know how you found this video, if it resonated with, this group, if it resonated with you, what you chose. And if you would like to support, if you found this reading helpful and you would like to donate to my channel, the PayPal donate jar link will be below. There will always be a link to my social media. I would love you to join me there, and there will also be a link to my website. Thank you so much for joining me, beautiful light workers, and I can see you are all light workers. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you found this video helpful. I hope you found it useful, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks for joining me. Bye. Hi, group 2. If you chose this Starseed mini card, we'll put it over here and we'll have a look what other cards you've got. However, I do want to say before I start, before I started to record, I had an awful tickle in my throat, and I finished the rest of my tea and it was so bad, and I started coughing, and I even had to go and get a glass of water. And I know that this is not just about me. This was clearly a message, and I get the message was a lot to do with someone's throat chakra being imbalanced. Now, I am, oddly enough, actually doing a bundle about cleansing and balancing and clearing all of the chakras, so do watch out for that. You can, if you want to know when that's available, you can join me on social media. I'll put a notice when that's available. I also try and send out email notifications when things are available as well. If you go to my website, starlightworkcircle.com, and sign up for free stuff, you'll be automatically put on my email list. So let's get straight on with the reading. But if you're finding problems with communicating, or you're struggling to communicate, also very often when we get deeply spiritually connected, we can often lose our word facility, shall we say, because spirit obviously doesn't communicate through words, it communicates through energy. And when we get very spiritually connected, we can go very right brained, which is more our creative spiritual side, and we move our focus from our left brain to our right brain. And obviously our the left half of our brain is the practical, physical part of our brain that deals with all this stuff. So if you're finding that, don't worry, it's just because you're raising your energy, and you will adjust to that if that's an issue. Right, let's see how that fits in with the reading. The 4 of Pentacles, existence, the Master, you are a spiritual teacher. Wow, okay, we're getting very, very, very highly attuned light workers in these readings. Very highly attuned. Reading 1 was the same. You have the 2 of Pentacles, and you have the 5 of Wands. You have say yes. Just sing. Isn't that funny when we've had the throat chakra being flagged up already? Well, it's not funny, is it? We get used to these things, don't we? Tell the truth. Wow, that is amazing. That is amazing. These 2 are all, in fact, all of these 3 are all about vocalising. Say yes, just sing, tell the truth. And it's funny they're saying tell the truth here, because this is about struggling with other people, struggling, having to fight off, fend off other people. And I can see that there are things going on, particularly around, fend off, particularly around creativity here. But also we have 2 pentacle cards here. This card is all about holding on to things too tightly. He's a craftsman who, I can't remember these are Greek mythological characters, I can't remember their names. If you know, leave me in a comment below, but I'm just going to read the cards. He's got his craft, and some young upstart here has come along, and he's starting to feel a little bit jealous, and he's clinging on to his pentacles for dear life here. And this is all about juggling the financial situation, juggling physical things here. So I can see that you are having struggles around this. I can see that you are highly attuned. This is in many ways very similar to reading 1, but in many ways very different from group 1. You are a master, or at least you're getting there, you're on your path, you are a master. You either are already highly connected to source, you are part, this card is all about being part of existence, being part of the whole, and being an integral, necessary part of that. And it could be that you've already discovered that, it could be that you already know that, it could be that you just need reminding today, because I'm just seeing someone who's been bumped off track by some physical some physical situations that have come up, that have upset you. There's struggle around it, it's brought up old wounds. And I do get what they've just said to me is this is all about blocks coming up for removal and shadow work that needs to be dealt with. When we raise our energy, and I'm sure you know this, but when we do get knocked off track, it can bring up all of these emotions and energy from the past that we have stored in our energy system, and it can knock us off track, and we can get caught up in the emotion and the energy and forget in that moment that this is when you raise your energy, when you connect in more and more, as we are all doing, and as I can see you are doing, although you've always been, I get here, you've always been a spiritual person, whether you're aware of that or no, you've always been connected in, that's what they're saying to me. When we raise our energy, as we are all doing, these blocks and these shadows will come up for removal. And I do get that some of this is based around worrying about perfecting your craft, your spiritual teachings to give to the world, and also worrying about the finances available. And it's strange these two come here together. Perfecting your craft, thank you. Okay, there is a message here. Let's leave that for a minute. This is about the financial situation, but I'm going to look at that in a second. These both are about struggling getting that out in the world and dealing with other people who may either disagree with us or that we may feel have the edge on us, is what they've just said. And it's really important to look at this and where this came from. You are a spiritual leader. You are going to be putting your gifts out there. Right now it's all hands on deck, and we are leading the way here. We are leading the way, and we are going to be teaching. Please don't doubt that. Don't doubt that. You don't need everybody's approval. Everybody doesn't have to agree with you. And your gifts are needed. You are unique and whole, and your gifts are needed. No one is going to be outshining you. There's no need to get into that energy. There's no reason. This is a block that's come up. Something's happened in your past that's caused this energy to sit in your energy system. Go and have a look at my blocks and blocks. I said this to group 1 as well. Go and have a look at my blocks and block removal bundle. There's videos on YouTube. There's more on my free stuff on my membership site, and there's also the full course on my membership site. Although there's stuff out there you can look at for block and block removal if you want to, but this is a block. So when you get, thank you, yeah, we're going to the book. They did call me to pick up a book. When you get triggered into this energy or this energy, and I'm coming to that now, remember this is something from the past that's triggering you here, and if you step back and look at that and work on removing that energy and where that's come from, you can move forward. There is also here financial worries as well. You are a spiritual teacher, Crocus. Share your wisdom with others. You were born to teach. Yes, I was getting confused then. In reading 1, the card there was financial healing, and I was doing this reading thinking that that was the financial healing, struggling with the money. But it's not. This is just reassurance that you are a spiritual healer. Given that, I would wonder whether you would be called to group 1 as well, or whether you already were called to group 1. If not, then please don't, just ignore that. But it's very strange that I was thinking that this was the financial healing card when it isn't. It's the you are a spiritual healer card, because that was group 1. But you will be out there. Now let's have a look at these here. Strange that I was getting that cough and the tickle in the throat and the blocked or imbalanced chakra, throat chakra, because like I said at the beginning, this is all about vocalization and getting out there. If you're worried about how other people are going to react, or if other people are going to outshine you, or if your talents are not good enough, they are. They absolutely are. This is what you were meant to do. Don't compare yourself to other people. This is really important. Let's just get going. Let's start somewhere. Tell your truth as well. It could be that you are in a situation where you are wondering whether you should tell someone the truth or not. Obviously follow your guidance. If you feel not, then don't. But this is obviously saying to you, tell the truth. Just sing to me now. I'm an awful singer. I can't sing at all. I don't know whether you're a singer or not. So obviously take that as a physical confirmation there. But this card always means to me, just let your voice be out there. Just get on the stage and just perform. You know what to do. Or maybe you don't. Maybe you're winging it a little bit. But just sing. Just sing. Right. I was called, when I was setting up for this, to pick up my little book of mindfulness. And so I'm going to open it at a random page and see what it says for you. Here we are. Reasons to be mindful. People who are more mindful have greater awareness, understanding and acceptance of their emotions, and recover from bad moods more quickly. Mindfulness is correlated with emotional intelligence, which itself has been associated with good social skills, ability to cooperate, and ability to see another person's perspective. People who are more mindful have higher, more stable self-esteem that is less dependent on external factors. Once again, that's perfect. That's perfect. yeah, so it is all about when you are triggered into these emotions, as you will if you've got blocks or shadow work to do around this. And we all have blocks and we all have shadow work, and it is sometimes overwhelming when we get into this. And this is just what I was saying in group 1, so you really may want to go and watch that one as well, like I said. But let's have a look at what your Starseed mini card is. No limitations. You are a celestial being with unlimited potential. There is much for you to share. There is much for you to share. Please don't doubt your abilities. You may just be starting out. This is all a learning journey for us all, isn't it? But this is what you're meant to be. If you were questioning that, if you're struggling with that, no, you are meant to be out there, and there is no limits on your ability, so please do believe in that. Right, I am going to open my life crafting book at a random page. Please excuse the bookmarks and the pencil corrections all over. Be chilled. Be chilled. People often spend their lives getting busy, being productive, or filling their lives with doing things. Often being busy is associated with being worthy. It's important to take time to relax too. Enjoy yourself. Schedule it in if you have to. Make a habit of it. Expand your chilled out attitude into your day. Stop worrying. Stop stressing. And stop being needlessly busy. That fits in so well with these cards. You are on the right path. You are ascending. You do have no limits. Do have faith in your ability. You are meant to be a teacher. You are meant to be out there sharing your gifts. And there may be obstacles that you perceive in that, but just bring yourself back to that space. Bring yourself back to that space. And like I say, you may want to be working on your throat chakra here as well. What is this life if full of care? We have no time to stand and stare. William Henry Davis. And the poem I believe that's from is called Leisure, which is so appropriate, isn't it, when I was called to do the mindfulness, open the mindfulness book as well. Well, I think that's it for you, group 2. I hope you found this video helpful. I hope you found it useful. I would appreciate any support you can give, if that's free support, such as liking, sharing, subscribing, leaving a comment below. Let me know how you resonated with this reading. There's also my PayPal tip jar link below. Any donation is very greatly received. And also, if you are, I'm sorry, there's so much noise going on right now. It seems like as soon as I start recording, the building's going on next door. There's so much noise going on. But I get that's how you're feeling right now. There's so many obstacles, there's so much noise that you can't focus on getting it out there. You can't get your energy clear enough to get it out there. Anyway, my links to social media, all my social media, will be in the description below, and as well as the link to my website. I would love you to join me on any of those. And like I said, I hope you found this video, this reading helpful. I hope you found it useful, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye. Hi group 3, if you chose the 3rd pile, let's get straight into this and see what we've got for you. Page of Wands, Harmony, the Fool, New Idea, Crabapple, the Lovers, the 9 of Wands, Dare to be Happy, create and invest in your spirit. And we shall leave your mini starseed card until the very end. Well, this is quite a mix of cards here, and a mixed bag. And I did feel that on the first two cards. We've got here the fiery energy of the Page of Wands moving forwards. And we've got the harmony cards. We've got a fiery card and a watery card. And I do get with this, there's quite a lot going on, as there is for all of us right now. And it seems that you're in a doorway here. I'm sorry about the noise. It seems like as soon as I sit down to record, everybody decides to start. There's building work going on next door. There's a video going on somewhere. So I apologise for the noise. I shall carry on regardless. It does seem to me that you are standing at a doorway right now and just about to step through. And I get that this is about a decision to step into this. And what was this one again? New idea. Yeah, the new idea. There's a new idea. Come on. I do get that this is about, absolutely about your spirituality and where you're sitting in your energy. And I do get that for some of you, this is about getting that out there and living that and making that your business, your life, if you like. Let me read this one. Your new idea is divinely guided and is meant to be shared with others. Continue to work on it as you are on the right path. And I do get that for many of you out there, you are questioning that. The ones are fiery cards, but they're also very spiritual cards. And the harmony is a watery card, but it's also a very spiritual card. It's about movement, and it's about coming from a space of internal integration, is what I've just heard. If you are questioning this is the right path or the wrong path for you, absolutely, it's saying here that you are on the right path. Invest in your spirit. This may be your spiritual journey. Like I say, this may be you getting your spiritual teachings out there and teaching others. But yeah, and this is a choice. This is a choice in love. So this is all about getting into that space. And it's strange because all three readings today have been saying pretty much the same thing. It's all about, but in very different ways. They've been very different cards, but it's all been focused on this kind of area of expanding your spirituality. I get that yours is a choice right now. Dare to be happy and create and invest in your spirit. This divine guidance that you've been brought, this divine idea that you've either intuited or psychically downloaded or been led to in some way or another, it is divinely led. And I get that you're on the precipice precipice of making that decision, but I get that you're still feeling a little bit trapped by possibly external circumstances, worry that you're making the right decision. Do it however you see fit is the guidance. You don't actually have to leap off the edge of the cliff. We can move forwards more gently if that's easier for you. But Spirit is absolutely 100% encouraging this. Let's have a little bit of a look. Magnificence. You are amazing, magnificent and unique. But most importantly, you are enough. That's beautiful. If what has been holding you back is worry that you are not enough, you are not good enough, please know that that is not true. There was a little bit of a similar message in, I think it was group 2 as well. So you might have been drawn to that one. Right. I don't know where we're going now. That was a very short reading compared to the others. I'm going to open my book here, Life Crafting. Now, I just opened it. It fell to the same page as group 1. So that might be a message. I don't know. Most people don't watch all 3. Or I do sometimes. It depends who the reader is. But let's see if we can pick a different one. Be love. Ah, be love. Right, I'll just read this out for you. I won't read the whole thing. We usually look outside ourselves for love, often missing the love all around us. Missing the love we can simply feel for others and the love we can share with others. Just be here, be now, be love. Experience that energy, experience that feeling. You are loved, you are love, and you are always loved, supported and guided by spirit. Loved, supported and guided by spirit. You are enough. You are enough. So if you were looking for confirmation about moving forwards with a certain project, whether that's moving forward with your spirituality or whether that's putting that out there, please take this as confirmation. Yes, do that. Dare to be happy. Create. Invest in your spirit. Right, I was called to pick my Richard Bach's Messiah's Handbook here. It's quite an old book now, but let's just pick a page and see what he says. Just your imagination. Of course it's your imagination. The world is your imagination. Have you forgotten? Wow. Yeah. It was divinely led to you, this idea. What you're going through, what you're experiencing is the truth. I remember someone said something like this on Harry Potter as well. I don't know which one it was. Oh, I think it was one of the final ones when Harry Potter dies, isn't it? And he meets Dumbledore on the train station. And I'm sure Dumbledore says something, if not exactly the same, pretty much the same. But it's in here in the book. And I'm pretty sure this one came first. Just your imagination. Of course it's your imagination. The world is your imagination. Have you forgotten? So please have faith that this is divinely led. And it's not just your imagination. You are tuning in here. And Spirit is supporting you moving forward. I'm just going to pick a Abraham Hicks card. Okay, here's a little bit of guidance. The law of attraction assembles all cooperative relationships. This is about when you start moving into that space of accepting that spiritual guidance is meant for you. That the idea was guided for you and you can move forwards with this. Don't hold yourself back. Dare to be happy. Let's move forward. Create. Invest in your spirit. You are enough. You are magnificent. As soon as you can start stepping into that, cooperative components and relationships will come in. Will start to come in. And you will start to align with those more. So if you're feeling a little bit out of your depth, if you're feeling a little bit alone with this, there's no need to feel alone at all. This is what I'm all about, and this is what the Starlight Work Circle is all about as well. If you are feeling a little cut off, please do join me on my social media. All the links are below. Also join me on my website. If you sign up for free stuff, you get access to the community there, although it's only just started, so I don't think there's any actual messages on there. Obviously this is a timeless reading, you can pick this whenever you want, but at the current moment I've only just literally opened that, but hoping to get the community. Obviously, if you leave messages in the community, I'll obviously interact with you there, and on social media as well, as much as is possible. And there are others on my social media as well who are similarly aligned, if you like. Yeah, so please don't feel alone. Come and join us there. Come and join me there. But I hope this reading was helpful. I hope you found it helpful. I hope you found it useful. If you would like to support me, you can please like, share and subscribe, and click the bell and you'll be notified when new videos come up. And also share. I would appreciate that very much. Thank you. There's also my PayPal tip jar in the description below, and also there's always a link to my website in the description below. It's starlightworkcircle.com. I'm pretty sure I already mentioned that. And also all the links to my social media, like I've just said. But thank you so much for joining me here, and I hope to see you in another video. Bye.